Hello and welcome to Spindles Workshop. My name's Louie, and in this video I got this little piece of Osage orange, this old ring that it's also Osage orange that I have sitting around, and these two little planks of walnut. What I think I'm going to do is make a little bowl with a foot with a little walnut accent on the bottom of that foot, and then with the other piece I'll put a walnut accent on top of the bowl. Should be a fun, nice little project. If you want to see how I do it, stick around. It's gonna be great. First thing I'm going to do is try to find the center of this as close as I can by going corner to corner. And then what I'll do is I'll eyeball the center here and line up these holes with the X, and that should get me close enough to the center. Alright, I have this piece of Osage orange mounted on the lathe. Turns pretty good, pretty centered. Tiny little bit of wobble. But I'm going to go ahead and start hitting the corners and start rounding this piece off. So let's do that. This Osage orange is so beautiful. So this foot is just gonna fit on there. So what I'll do is I'll make the walnut a little bigger, wider I guess, and it'll look more like a foot. But anyway, I got this nice and flat, so now I'm gonna take this ring and flatten it on here, and then we'll glue it to the bottom of the bowl. Little PCV fitting, a reducer or whatever, and it just kind of fits the faceplate, so I can kind of stand this up straight. This ring is basically almost exactly the size that I have the bowl at now, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that in place. We'll let that dry, and then we'll put it back on the lathe. So this glue's been drying a little while. I got it back on the lathe, as you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and just start shaping this out and try to finish the shape of the bowl. So let's get going. I guess that's pretty good. I'm going to take this scraper and I'm just going to try to clean it up a little. Take this carbide tool and flatten the bottom. So I drew the circle on here. It's about 4 inches. I'm going to cut well outside of that just to have So I'm going to eyeball this center here because it's actually well oversized. Just eyeball it. I'm going to mark this, the little pinch hole there. Now I don't have to worry about it when I glue. Put a little pressure on there, and I will let that dry for a little while. I added a second layer of walnut down here because I didn't think this was thick enough to make a nice little base. So I'm going to round this off and start shaping out the base. have the basic shape all shaped out. I'm gonna cut a recess in the bottom to accept my chuck. I'm going to use my dovetail chisel to put a little angle on the side of the recess. I'm going to sand this all up. I'll make sure the bottom's flat. I'm going to sand this all up, put a sanding sealer, and use my Axe abrasive paste, and then I'll bring you back when it's ready to flip over. Alright, I have this turned around in the chuck. It's spinning beautifully. I'm going to go ahead and just mark the edge here. Start hollowing it out. So I got the inside, I still got to sand it and stuff. I want to glue this top piece of walnut up here. It's really close, there's 2 holes here. I'm just going to make it, so I got to make sure I glue it properly. So let's go ahead and glue that. So I have this mounted up on the lathe. You can see the 2 holes there. This used to be like a cutting board or something, but the glue up went bad. And I don't know if you could see that. The 2 holes just clear the edge. And then on this side, I'm basically lined up with the edge. So this piece just fit on there. What I'll do is I'll just take this down a little, make it a tiny bit smaller, and you can see that it's full on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, shape it out, and sand it, polish it, and then we'll meet you. Me cutting out this center here. I'll save that for a future project. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And here it is. I really love the way this came out. The Osage orange, the grains in there are just beautiful. You could see some chatoyance in there. The walnut, I think, really sets it off nicely. I got the one segmented ring here. Kind of gives it a little character. It's probably 4 inches tall and maybe 4 or 5 inches wide. I don't know. I don't have my tape measure here. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment, good or bad. I enjoy them all. I respond to them all. I'm really happy with the way this came out. What do you guys think? I still got to burn my emblem in there and put some finish on the bottom. Again, thank you so much. Look in the description below. I got my Facebook, Instagram, Etsy. My PO box is down there if you want to send me a sticker or something. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.